Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Giselle, I review fragrances. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm super happy to have you here. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your loyal support. So guys, today I have intoxicating fruity floral fragrances for spring and summer. So if you're interested in learning more, stay tuned. Welcome back and let's get started. So guys, my first fragrance is Addictive by Kajal. This is one of the most intoxicating fragrances I have in my collection. Gosh, this is a fruity, floral, musky, very sweet type of scent. The start of this fragrance is the passion fruit. Passion fruit is a fruit that is very sweet, but it's somewhat tart at the same time. And I think this is key to balance out excess of sweetness, because otherwise the fragrance will be extremely sweet. Even with the passion fruit, it's a very, very sweet fragrance. However, it also has green apples, which are tart, as you know, a little bit sour. It also has bergamot. It has cedar. It has amber, it has patchouli. You can smell some patchouli here, but it's not too prominent. The fragrance is slightly resinous. Oh gosh, it's super, super feminine, super addictive, super intoxicating. This is especially great to pull off during the warmer months, but especially hot, humid summer nights. Gosh. Honestly, I think the passion fruit here is magical. It makes this fragrance completely balanced. I can't rave enough about it. I learned that Dahab in Arabic means liquid gold, and when you smell this fragrance, it all makes sense because it smells so luxurious, so expensive, so refined, so sophisticated. And the bottle is super, super heavy. As I always say, if you have been following me for a while, you might have heard me saying that it's super hard to create a fragrance this sweet without smelling cheap. I said the same when I talk about Italica and many other fragrances because it's a true fact. Usually very sweet fragrances tend to smell cheap, a little bit synthetic, but this one not only does not smell cheap, but it does smell super expensive and super luxurious. So that screams quality and also says a lot about the nose behind this master creation. To me, this is a masterpiece, really. Absolutely stunning fragrance. Give it a try. Addictive by Kajal. So my second most intoxicating fragrance for this spring and summer is Oud Orange Intense. This is in no particular order. This is a beauty. Gosh, this is so feminine, so powdery. Wow, it's very intoxicating, very addictive, very sophisticated. It has coconut, it has vanilla. It has oud. However, the oud here is very subtle. You barely smell it. This could be, let's say, a very entry-level oud, if you will, because even if you haven't tried oud before, or even if you don't like oud, you might still love this fragrance. Very nice. Coconut is prominent. I would say coconut and vanilla are the most prominent notes here. Also the orange. But the orange here is not the candied orange type of thing. It's more like a powdery accord. It's a very powdery scent. It's more like a skin scent. Still, it's a very addictive, very intoxicating fragrance. Lasting power is about 6 hours. Yeah, 6 hours, 5-6. Projection and sillage are not the best, but I am happy with the staying power. I always respray this fragrance. I purchased the smallest bottle. As I always say, I always try to buy the smallest I can, so I make sure I don't get bored and I go through the entire bottle. And this is one that I'm planning on buying in the larger size because I truly love the fragrance. It smells very unique to me. I've never smelled anything like this before. This is not your orange blossom type of scent. And I am an orange blossom lover. That's one of the things that tempted me to buy this fragrance, but this is not an orange blossom. It's not your candied orange, as I said. This is very cozy, very powdery, super feminine. Could be unisex, but honestly, I think it's really feminine. Fragrance One never market fragrances for men or women, so this is completely up to you. But in my humble opinion, I think this is a very feminine scent. very orangey. Honestly, I never smell anything like this. I read a blog and people were saying this reminds them of Miami Glow by J.Lo in the dry down. I wish, because it costs that like a fraction of the price of this one, even a fraction of the price of the little tiny bottle. Absolutely nothing to do. Like Miami Glow and this one, it's like day and night, 180 degrees opposite. Very beautiful fragrance. Give it a try. I love it. I think Fragrance Du Bois has really very special fragrances. I know there's lasting power usually is not the best. I think the best lasting power in Fragrance Du Bois, in my experience, has been so far with Eau Jaune Intense, but this is still a beautiful, gorgeous scent, and I highly recommend it. It's very addictive and very intoxicating, even as a skin scent, because this is not a base. This is more like a skin scent, but still very beautiful and sophisticated. So the next one, guys, is Bronze Goddess by Estee Lauder. So this is the 2019 edition. I have tried the other one, the previous ones, and this is one of the few cases when reformulations are better. This is gorgeous, stunning fragrance. It's like vacation in a bottle. Super stunning, very sexy, very intoxicating. It has a lot of coconut, TR flower. TR flower might smell similar to gardenia because in fact, TR is actually a variety of gardenia. It's the gardenia that grows in Tahiti. So it's the Tahitian gardenia. So you can smell some gardenia here, but it's actually the TR. The TR is creamier, it's more coconutty, it's slightly different, but still it has the typical gardenia accords. Absolutely stunning. I overspray this fragrance and I have no issues with longevity. And I tell you, it lasts between 5 and 6 hours. But I like to layer this with the oil. So you have to mix it because it has gold shimmer. So you mix it up very well. You have to be patient. It has to be really well blended. And you get something like this. And I apply the oil first. It's kind of a dry type of oil. Then I spray this over. I layer this too. And I get 8 to 10 hours out of this. It is gorgeous, super sexy, very intoxicating. The hotter the day, the more humid the day, the better it will perform. All this goodness from the TR and the coconut and the vanilla will shine through. Massive compliment getter. It's a very creamy, it's very lactonic, although there's no milk notes here, but probably this is coming from the TR flower. When we think about summer fragrances, we tend to think about fresh, clean, soapy type of scents. This is not. This is not. This is dense, this is heavy, this is creamy, almost lactonic, like I said, super intoxicating, very addictive, and get ready to get massive compliments. So projection is really good. It's around 8 out of 10, and I'm talking about just the fragrance without even layering with the oil. So projection is about 8 out of 10. I get, as I said before, 5 to 6 hours, and sillage is 7, 8 out of 10. Now, when I layer it with the oil, I would say 9 or 10 out of 10 in all the departments: sillage, projection, and staying power. Yeah, Bronze Goddess by Estee Lauder, 2019 edition. Guys, the next one is Overture by Xerjoff. So this is strange. It's a fruity, floral, powdery scent. It smells way more fruity than the actual notes it has. It has fig leaf, it has orange, it has magnolia, it has ylang ylang, it has vanilla, sandalwood. It's a very creamy, very balmy type of scent. Very powdery, amazing lasting power. It lasts around 8 hours. Sillage is pretty good as well. People notice this and people seem to like it. This is a fragrance I have had for over a year now. I only wear this fragrance in the summer. I can't imagine wearing this fragrance during, the colder months. As I said, it's creamy, it's milky, although there aren't any milky notes or lactonic notes here. I think probably comes from the sandalwood and from the cashmere, because sandalwood usually gives fragrances creaminess and cashmere gives that type of musky, cozy, soft, cloudy type of scent. So this is it. Is it my favorite fragrance? No, it's not, and probably when I run out of this bottle, I'm not gonna repurchase it. However, I have to give Xerjoff credit because again, you smell quality here. I think it's a fragrance that many people would enjoy, would like. It's not my love, it's not my favorite, but still I think it's an intoxicating fragrance, absolutely. Overture by Xerjoff. So guys, the next one is Cheryl, Eau de Parfum by Cheryl. Cheryl is a Swiss brand, well renowned for their watches and leather accessories, eyewear, and of course they have a fragrance line that smells niche. They smell absolutely beautiful and super high quality. This fragrance is amazing. It's a woody oriental type of scent, but very, very tropical. It's a fruity floral fragrance, but it's more fruity than floral. It has juniper berries, it has mango, it has ylang ylang, it has frangipani, all tropical goodness. Very beautiful, it has vanilla, it also has incense. The thing is, patchouli as well. You get a little bit of patchouli in the opening. You will get more patchouli and incense in the dry down, also more vanilla in the dry down. But it's a beautiful, gorgeous scent, super sophisticated, smells very rich, very luxurious. Definitely smells way more expensive than it is. Lasting power is about 6 hours. Absolutely gorgeous. I think this is actually a fragrance that you can pull off all year round, but it's particularly beautiful during the warmer months, especially during the night. Stunning. I want to spray some. This is a beauty. If you haven't tried it, you should. Cheryl Eau de Parfum by Cheryl. So guys, the next one is Granada by Memo Pears. This is my absolute favorite orange blossom in the market. It's absolutely stunning and intoxicating and addictive. It's a fragrance with orange blossom. It also has bergamot. It has tonka. It has vanilla. It has musk, although this is not a musky scent, but it does have musk. You smell more musk in the dry down, although this is a very linear scent. It doesn't change much. It's been inspired by the beautiful city of Granada in Spain. It's totally addictive. Let me spray more here. It's an absolutely addictive fragrance. Love it. This fragrance also has pomegranate, and I think pomegranate is key here to balance out excessive sweetness, because like what I talk about the hub, when fragrances are too sweet, they need a component to balance out that sweetness. And I think the pomegranate is key here, because pomegranate, although it's very sweet, it's also tart and it's also sour. And that sourness and tartness is what balances out what I said, the excessive sweetness. So it's so well blended, it's so sophisticated, so elegant, so chic, very bright, it's very joyful. I think it's a fragrance that it's equally great for the day or for the night, but I think for summer nights, it's out of this world. This is a very creamy, very balmy type of scent. It also has jasmine. You get some jasmine as well, but it's not your indolic jasmine or your heady, creamy type of jasmine. It's a jasmine that you get there that is mixed with the orange blossom. It's lingering in the background, but it's not a heavy or heavy type of jasmine, not your indolic jasmine. And I say this because many people love orange blossom, but they don't like jasmine. So don't worry, you will smell the jasmine, but it's not that type of punch in your face jasmine. Amazing, amazing sillage. Projection is a beast. This is a beast. In all the departments, projection, sillage, staying power, and the scent itself. The juice is magical. I absolutely love it. Let me spray here as well. Stunning, stunning, stunning fragrance. I think you should definitely give it a try. And I would love to hear from you. If you try Granada, please let me know in the comments below. So guys, the next one is Tribeca by Bond number 9. If you're a gourmand lover, you will absolutely fall in love with this fragrance. This is absolutely stunning. It has cacao, it has green hazelnuts. It also has ambroxan, it has moss, which I think these two notes together with the cedar wood play, they're actually these three notes, I would say, play a very important role here because it gives this super creamy and sweet scent, a lot of earthiness as well. And I think those notes are what makes this fragrance more unisex. Otherwise, it would be an extremely feminine fragrance. I still think it leans more feminine, but it could be unisex. Super, super nice fragrance. As you probably know, Tribeca is a neighborhood in Manhattan. It has been destroyed after September 11. They rebuilt the whole neighborhood and now it's a hub for restaurants, coffee shops, art galleries. And of course, they try to capture Tribeca's vibes through this fragrance. And boy, I think this is a super luxurious scent. It smells very rich, very luxurious, very expensive. You will feel like a queen wearing this. The caramel is super, super present here. It gives this perfume a lot of creaminess, sweetness as well. It's very gourmand. Slightly earthy, as I said before, due to the ambroxan, the cedar, and the moss. Very youthful as well. I would wear this during the day, during the night. This is a fragrance that it doesn't have any specific time of the day to be better for, but it's a stunner. This is a stunner. I think this is a showstopper. It's a gourmand dream come true, and I think you should definitely try. So guys, the next and last one is Ivris by YSL. I already talked about this fragrance before, maybe in 1 or 2 videos. This is one of my absolute favorites for summer, especially summer nights. I talk about what happened with this fragrance in those videos, but in case you haven't watched them, I'm gonna repeat it now. If you did, I hope you don't mind. So this fragrance was launched in 1993 as Champagne. Champagne was the name. The problem was that the region of Champagne in France has trademarked the name Champagne. So that means you can't name Champagne any type of fizzy drink or anything else. They have the 100% the right to use the term Champagne, right? So this fragrance used to come in a champagne bottle. I will show you here. It looked like a champagne bottle, right? The color, the wire, the foil, everything. So they reached out to YSL and they told them it's a no-go. So YSL kept making the fragrance in the same champagne bottle, but they changed the name. So they kept the packaging, but they changed the name to Ivris. So they were selling the fragrance under the name of Ivris for quite some time until it seems they came back to them and they told them that they had to apparently to repackage the whole thing and rebrand the whole scent. So then they make this bottle, this more minimalistic bottle, and they changed the name and the bottle as well. So this is what you find nowadays, and it's a beautiful scent. Unfortunately, I can't find the original, and you can read in the back the year it's been launched and the notes. So guys, it has nectarine, lychee, rose, violet, patchouli, and yeah, nectarine. It's very prominent. I said nectarine already. So those are the notes that are most prominent here. This is a super sweet, gourmand, fruity fragrance. Nobody has it. So if you want to really smell like very unique, go for this fragrance. It's still in production. Nobody seems to care about it. People don't even know it exists. It's a stunner, massive, massive compliment getter. This is a head turner. Super sweet. Sillage is a beast, projection is a beast, and lasting power is super, super, super strong as well. Amazing. It's super sweet. It's not for teenagers maybe, but it's a very sweet fragrance. I think it would be more appropriate for a more mature population, but of course you can wear whatever you want. It's absolutely stunning. Ivris by YSL. So guys, this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed my most intoxicating fruity floral fragrances for spring and summer. If you are new here and you like my content, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell button so that way you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. And I would also appreciate if you give me thumbs up. So stay safe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye.